like this. Could the PlayStation be the thing that saves people to go get, what if they say you got to get a vaccine to go get your PlayStation?
It would definitely help, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've never done crack cocaine in my life, and I don't plan on starting anytime soon.
Right.
However, I did sit in line for 40 minutes to get a chicken sandwich because I needed to know. That chicken sandwich felt culturally significant to me to understand what was going on there. Popeyes, as you know, holds a special place in the Black community. And if there's a new version of Popeyes, I felt like it was my duty to my culture and to my people to know what was going on there. So I did that.
Agree.
I did that.
Okay.
PlayStation is a little different, though. So earlier today, I spent 6 hours on my phone clicking add to cart on 2 websites, and I still don't own a PlayStation. Let me tell you something else that happened here. I actually bought one from another retailer, and then they canceled the order and gave me my money back.
Oh, wow. They didn't have enough. They gave your money back.
They gave me all my money back and gave me some store credit on top of that, which I flipped that store credit into about 4 Christmas gifts.
Hey, look, the gift that keeps on giving.
I set an alarm to get out of bed to try for it a couple of times early in the morning. Me and my homeboy have a network of exchanging information for when they come up. But here's the reason why I say I've never done crack cocaine until now. That has to be what this is. This has to be what it feels like to be addicted to smack and to see your life going down some places it's not supposed to.
It's like the Christian song, watching my life go down.
Exactly. I don't got no haircut, but I'm trying to get a PlayStation. This PlayStation is ruining my life. I'm asking a relative to try to get it for me while I'm trying for myself because it's calling me. But you know what, Darryl, I'm going to tell you this. I don't need that in my life anymore.
You off that narcotic.
I still got a PlayStation 4.
And I'm going to rock mine out at least for about 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to let it chill out. I think that when I get the vaccine, then I'll go and get a PlayStation and stand in line for it like a regular human being.
You ain't doing no mattress outside of there.
No, I'm not. I've only slept in the streets once to acquire something. And that was back in the day before they sold tickets on the internet for the Cardinals playoffs in '96.
You had to get that to that box office. I mean,
stay outside that box office. Yep. And that was the only thing. However, this PlayStation is also causing issues between males and females as well.
Go ahead with that.
So, when we talk about the $200 dates, the PlayStation is also becoming the $200 date because I think that in girl mind, if you can spend $500 on a video game, that's 2.5 $200 dates.
Yeah.
After tax, it's about 2 3/4 $200 date. And you know how our fun likes to get pit against their sense of importance. So if that PlayStation seemed more important than that $200 date, and then check it out, that $200 date is even more intense because you at home with each other nonstop, unless you live in Atlanta and you're going to the hookah bars together. But that's a different thing.
Yeah, because Atlanta's already got it jumping off.
Houston, Atlanta, all Dallas. The Drake cities. Yes, the Drake cities are what I'll call them.
The Drake circuit.
Yes. So but
every city where Drake then fell in love with a stripper at.
Yes, well, good Lord, yeah, that's why the pandemic is raging strong, brother. But we got all these things. People are going to extreme levels in order to live this lifestyle. Like the guy that had the PlayStation 5 sitting in the living room unplugged and said it was an air purifier until the lady caught on and threw it out.
That motherfucker tried to do an update in the middle of the night. It was like, Thomas, are you ready for your update?
It's like, who's this bitch?
Like she thought it was a chick. Like, oh, that's how you talk to your bitches now through that, huh? That's how you talk to them.
Hey, I tell you what, that PlayStation 5 do look sexy though. It's got some curves. Got some curves to it. It's got some different. It's 2 different models out there. It's some features. It looked like it might be a threat. But you hit me to the game about how this also Cardi B has somehow moved into this space.
Yeah. Well, no, I want to take a step back even a little bit more. How women are now being pressured to get this PlayStation 5 for their man. One.
Yes, I would like to say I am one of those men that's pressuring that pressure into play.
And then number two, then you got the people on the other side that are like, if instead of getting that PlayStation 5, why don't you go get you an LLC?
Right. Or my favorite one. Yeah, while y'all out here buying PlayStation 5s, you need to be getting you some land with that money. I was like, hold up, how much land you getting for $500? I said, you know what, fam? It's cool. You can keep that pavement square in front of your house, that one pavement square sidewalk. I'm gonna get that PlayStation. I'm good.
Yeah, it's a totally different thing.
Go buy some stocks with that $500. How about if you played stocks the right way? You let your stocks pay for your PlayStation.
But then think about that. People like, yo, you know, if you can have that business will get you passive income, and then you better get as many PlayStations you want.
I think that this year has destroyed our common sense. I think that 2020 has done more damage to our common sense than any year before it, or probably any year after it.
But why do you think it's 2020? What happened in 2020 in your mind?
People have spent way too much time with the internet this year.
Yeah, because they just sit at the crib chilling.
Right.
And they don't have a lot of time and then on top of that, you really don't have a lot of time to vibe and like bounce stuff off of people before you just put it out there on the net. You're like, man, let me talk to such about this, or maybe when we all get up, let me ask them about this before you just put it out there.
Yeah. People have lost their sense and they sense of checks and balances, because you know what's important for brothers to do is to gather at the barbershop. This pandemic has removed gathering at the barbershop as a common sense thing, unless you live in Atlanta. So it's
that's an ongoing thing, people.
Yeah. So, I mean, unless you live in Atlanta. So without the barbershop, you see what happens when the black man think tank can't occur.
Yeah. So what about going forward with your analogy going forward with the Cardi B spending so much money? She said $87,000 purse. She was buying. She's like, hey, what do y'all think about this purse? Me trying to put this money is $87,000 purse, and a lot of people was going in on her. Now,
I think that's a long-term struggle that people have had when they don't understand what money means to one person in comparison to them. Like, you can't count your dollars against another person's dollars, because $8,700 to her might be the equivalent of a pair of Jordans to you and me.
Yeah, because so even think about it, even on a bigger scale of like, a homeless person, you giving them that dollar may feel like $100 to you.
Right.
You know, that dollar may get them a couple of White Castles and keep them fed for a couple of days off of that. You just don't know the situation of where they are, and they probably look at you like that, like, man, this mug here coming up and getting a 20 pack by itself, knowing he gonna waste it.
Right. and so I'm okay with this analogy, with that comparison, if you allow for me to call people have homeless mentalities when they talk about other people's money.
Yes, we could do homeless mentalities.
All right. So here's the thing I'm going to say. People, you need to shake that homeless mentality. Stop worrying about what somebody else's purse costs. Ladies, stop counting them PlayStations as the amount of $200 dates you didn't get, especially if you hadn't had a $200 date in the first place. If your dates usually hover around $60 to $70, that PlayStation might just be more important than that date.
60 to 70. Isn't that the average date in general, about $60-$70?
No, I think I saw something about that. It's much higher than that, I think. But I think that, again, it goes into what you counting to be a date. Now, I know we've talked about this before.
Yeah, but that's different when it's your lady, though. That's different.
Well, it depends on who you are as well. And this actually gives a segue into another topic that we didn't put on this list that we need to talk about. And we need to talk about that brother's video when he was talking to that lady about her standards and about whether she was
shout out to Kevin Samuels and the commentary. That's the video commentary went a little viral on. He's right and wrong at the same time, just like she is.
Yeah. And I think you had the post earlier today that what you learned this year.
That's how I learned, man. You could be right and wrong at the same time.
Yeah, you absolutely can be. And commentary covered that so well. I'm gonna definitely not step on their topic and let it get to the point. But that mentality goes into the level of dates that you're seeing too, right? So
you think people are going on more dates?